we have some anime that I've finished. Now, I've watched quite a few, mainly because I started getting back into kind of watching it occasionally and binging it while I'm doing other things. So it's enjoyable for me at least. So the most recent one that I have finished is Liar Liar, which is a high school styled show where we have kids that are trying to get into the school. It's very prestigious. It's also known to being a very tough environment. The school is based around stars for their ranking, which the most number of stars you can get is seven. There's multiple types of stars. You have the common stars, which are the ones that majority of people have, and then you have the very unique ones, which give you specific abilities that you can have. So the main character ends up getting one of these unique stars, and of course, it makes it so that the story has to progress in a upward fashion, but it's very comical at some points. It does keep you wondering what's going to happen next. Why what will be the answer to the game that they are playing. Um of course, it only had 12 episodes, so there's not much, I guess, meat to it as much as I would like. But you do get to meet a lot of the characters that become prominent later on in the story. Of course, you have your, I don't like you, but I actually do type of chicks. You have the, oh, I'm going to be all over you type of chicks. You got, everybody trying to go after this one guy, the main guy, because of his ranking. So it's a very interesting show. It's not bad. Probably wouldn't rewatch it personally. So I give it like a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst that I've ever seen. But yeah, you have that. That's the most recent one that I finished. I might go into the other ones later, but yeah, I think Liar Liar wasn't too bad. If you like the high school styled shows, I'm not a big fan of them. I like more of the fantasy and the yeah, more of the fantasy stuff. Some of the romance animes are not too bad, but I'm definitely really into like the fantasy-esque shows. Um I would say like Plunder was the was a good mix of both. You really didn't have the full, oh, we're in high school, but you also had the mix of, okay, well, this is a fantasy styled world where, numbers mean something, and you know that it was pretty good. Same with Arfaretta. I think they did that trope very well. Whereas high school students being moved over, somebody gets betrayed, and of course makes the main character become stronger because of the betrayal. But yes, I'm not a big fan of My Hero Academia. I think it's kind of overrated for the show. There's not much that it really provides that's you. It's very like, oh, I'm so, I'm so weak to I'm so strong that I'm hurting myself to, okay, I got to figure out how to use my power. It's another like Naruto basically in my opinion. where, Naruto starts off really weak, he doesn't know what he's doing, he's always messing around and stuff like that, to okay, well, now he's become like super strong using, guidance from other people, and he's able to do things that other people would dream of doing at that time, even though he hasn't really ranked up much in the theoretical leaderboard that they had. But at the end, they of course, they get to their main goal, um, where like Naruto becomes Hokage, Deku becomes, a pretty strong hero. Uh, but yes, not a big fan of it. It's okay. It's not for everybody. Every show's not for everybody. Everything's tailored to a unique set of people. I like more the dark and gritty and fantasy styled shows where a lot of people like that kind of, the bubbly kind of shonen shows where it's very like happy, joyous. You get some fights, but it's very flashy stuff. It's not very not choreographed, but I don't know how to explain it. It's not very unique in its own style. Hey, it is what it is, and it's only unique to the people that enjoy those shows